Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora. Rematch to take place December 18th. Heavyweight contenders square off for the second time in Manchester, live on DAZN. Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora are set to face off in an immediate rematch of their closely contested fight in May of this year. Their first matchup saw Chisora score a knockdown early in round one, yet suffer a close split decision loss to the former WBO heavyweight champion. Derek Chisora, now 32-11-23, likely felt as though he got the short end of the stick in the decision, especially considering the fact that his career has been marked by an extensive series of close split or majority decision losses to the likes of Aget Caballel, Dillian White, Kubrat Pulev, and Robert Helenius. While an immediate rematch is certainly warranted due to how close their bout was, the action in the ring was far from exciting and was marred by excessive holding in his last two fights. In particular, Parker, which is 29-2-21, has been too content to accept and initiate the clinch, diminishing his ability to use his jab and create more offensive openings. And I'm going to stop right there. It's time to counterpunch. Look, Derek Chisora, he's 37, maybe 38. He won that fight. I think he won that fight. He did a good job with pressing the action. He was the one that took it to Joseph Parker. And, you can't say a ineffective aggressiveness if you got a knockdown, okay? You've seen a guy like Derek Chisora put in work. You've seen Joseph Parker try to stay out of arm's length, try to play it safe. He threw a jab here, a jab there. It was almost a poor, pissy version of what he did to Andy Ruiz, but not really. Okay? So, because he did like a third of the punching that he did, and he tried to keep Derek Chisora back, but Chisora is coming. You're going to either have to knock him out or get beat up, all right, or hold like Joseph Parker did. Now, he did come on in the later rounds. He did put punches together eventually, but that's not how you got fights done. And in my opinion, my counterpunch, I feel that Joseph Parker got in there with someone to the likes of Dillian White, and he had a balls to the wall type of fight, and he didn't like the way those fights went. Okay, I think those punches that he took, took something out of him, maybe mentally, psychologically, and therefore he's not the guy that he should be. Joseph Parker's one hell of a fighter if he can get off of if he can hit the gas, okay? If he can pull the trigger. He's pretty good. But what I saw him fighting, being a young guy that Joseph Parker is, I saw a lot of inexperience. He's supposed to be a lot better than that. So something, like I mentioned, had to happen to keep him from being or doing what he's supposed to do to get Derek Chisora out of there. You can't say he didn't hurt Chisora. He hurt Chisora. Maybe a lot of that was fatigue, because fatigue makes cowards of men. Then you take a punch to the chin. It intensifies that reaction more. But, I think that Joseph Parker, was one of the fastest combination fighters that we had. Maybe he has the Vladimir Klitschko syndrome. Remember when Emmanuel Stewart was trying to get Klitschko at times, like, look, throw punches. And, that may be something, again, psychological for Joseph Parker. But, to have a second fight, I don't think there should be. I think that at least it was split decision. At least we can say that much. At least it wasn't like recently you have some over-favored fighters that get a unanimous decision where he didn't even supposed to deserve the fight in the first place. But, again, this is what Derek Chisora is known for. So I know this is disappointing, but like they call him War. He went from Del Boy to War. This is what he's about. He loves to get it in. He just signed with Anthony Joshua's management company. So I think he, something new things has to happen. He left David Hay alone, and now he's with AJ. So I think differences and changes for Derek Chisora keeps him revitalized, and I think these older fighters are learning better tactics and learning what not to do based on what they did before, like Chris Arreola. Sure, he didn't win his fight, but he was very successful. He came in with the right type of weight. I think he performed, better than he has in a long time. I think Derek Chisora is probably one of those same ones. But the question is, does he have what it still takes to beat a guy and to take it to a guy like Joseph Parker? Because we did see him fade in that fight. Okay. And that may be to age. You look at the wars that the guy's been in. He's been in over 40 fights, and some hell of a fights he's been in. Everywhere from Tyson Fury, Dillian White, I don't know, to Diddley Joe to damned if I know. I don't know. Right? So he's been in there. So, let's see if he still has it. I hope he can make at least a good account of himself fighting Parker. But what does it show for Parker? Parker doesn't accelerate. He has to almost right his wrongs or show or prove that he was the victor in that fight by fighting him again. So it all looks good. We will see what happens. You guys tell me what you think about Chisora Parker 2. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.